We thought we'd do something different. We'd race for a cause, and that's would be the main focus through it all. And that's how Drive for Diabetes Awareness was founded by me and my family.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. How was Alaska and what drove you to Alaska?
Alaska was awesome. My dad was on Facebook. He was seeing this really beautiful racetrack, Alaska Raceway Park,
Nice.
and it was Tyler Torkelson because he was racing legend cars there.
Yeah.
And my dad made a comment on Facebook, and he's like, "Wow, this track is absolutely beautiful." So then Tyler and my dad started talking through Messenger, and
Yeah.
Tyron ended up making a mock Facebook post asking if people would help me get to Alaska and race a car, and we had it all planned out in a week. The whole community of
That's
Alaska
awesome.
came together and got me racing there. And we went up there August of last year,
Yeah.
and we got rained out. And my fellow racing competitor, who's also a musher, Nicholas Petit, he invited everyone to go mushing since it was raining, and
Yeah.
had an amazing time. His tours are awesome. And at dinner, he asked me if I wanted to run the junior Iditarod. I thought he was crazy. I had no idea what he was trying to get me. I'd never seen snow before. I'm like,
Oh, God.
and I ended up saying yes 3 days later after spending 3 days straight with the dogs up
Mhm.
there.
So did you do that race? Was that race in the snow?
Yes, it is. It was February 25th.
Wow, that's exciting. So, Lacy Kuehl, is that how I pronounce your last name?
Yes, it's Lacy Kuehl.
How does it feel to have a last name named Cool? That's pretty cool.
It's fine. It's we normally say Keel, which
Yeah,
is how you say it. But at the racetracks, I mean, it would just the announcers would be Lacy Kuehl. That's all they'd
that's
say.
awesome. This has a nice ring to it, you know.
So we would tell them it's Keel. We just gave up after a year and a half of trying. So
Okay. Yeah.
now it's Lacy Kuehl. That's how everyone says it.
Yeah, you could take it and run with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your favorite part of Florida in the world or in the world also to drive in?
I mean, Florida, we race year round. That's the best part of it.
Yep.
So Florida is one of the best states to race in since you can do that year round rather than having seasons and having.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, it's looking nice sometimes, but when you're able to race all year round, even in December, January, that's really nice.
Sure. What inspired you to start driving for Drive for Diabetes Awareness?
So my little brother Rocco, he passed away from type 1 diabetes.
I'm
They
sorry.
said he flew in to go home 3 times to my parents, and he went into diabetic ketoacidosis. And they ended up checking his blood sugar 8 hours after being at the hospital, and he was at a blood sugar around 478.
Hmm.
And they continued to treat him wrong, and he unfortunately passed away. Me and my family went to a charity event, met a diabetic race car driver. My dad was invited to Daytona by the Venerinis. He went there, got hooked, and he wanted to start racing a street stock. And we have a local racetrack, the
Oh,
Soto Speedway, which is now the Freedom Factory, which is owned by Cletus
oh,
McFarland.
oh,
And we went there 6 weeks in a row.
yeah,
And the sixth weekend, my dad did not want to go. I forced him to go.
yeah.
And female race car driver Brooke Store, she was selling 2 go-karts, and I said I
Hmm.
want to do this, and now here we are.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And
Um, yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
And then when we started racing, we thought we'd do something different. We'd race for a cause, and that's would be the main focus through it all. And that's how Drive for Diabetes Awareness was founded by me and my family.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I've done my research, and it's a wonderful charity. It's a wonderful cause, and it's really a beautiful thing that you guys are doing. And I hope you keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are the three, just outside of general, question, but what are three big lessons that you feel like you've learned over the course of your life and in the last few years?
I'd say not to care about what people say about you or think about you. That's a good
Sure.
one. Another thing is to keep working hard no matter what happens, because
Yes.
there'll always be downfalls in life and a lot of things will happen. And a third one, if I think about it, always have fun. Just try your best to have fun no matter what. Think of the
Yeah.
bright side of situations, even if they're bad.
Sure.
Something good will always come out of it. Just like our race
Yeah.
getting right now, I ended up running the junior Iditarod. So
Yes. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Something I've learned along the way is to always turn a negative into a positive, no matter
yep,
what. No matter
exactly.
what. What do you want to do, Lacy Kuehl, from your platform of inspiration, leadership, and drive for diabetes?
My focus is to spread the symptoms of diabetes so that no one has to go through what our family went through. And that's what my focus is going to be on no matter what I do in life. So even if I move into something other than racing, like mushing, let's say I just go full-time mushing, that'll be the focus there. No matter what, which mushing is not just going to be my only focus. I'm just saying hypothetically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the main focus because I don't want anyone else to go through what my family did.
Sure, I understand. I don't want anyone else to either. How far do you want to take your race?
Oh, I want to take it as far as I can. I mean, I'm happy where I'm at right now, but if it moves forward into super late models, ARCA, trucks, Xfinity Cup, no matter where it goes in life,
Okay.
I'll be with where I'm at.
Yeah. So you just want to keep going and never stop.
No, I'll keep racing no matter what. Even if I'm like, let's say I'm like 26 and I'm in a go-kart. I mean, I'm still in a car. I'm still racing.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. I love the passion. There's a lot of passion with racing right there. Did you know that you had a gift for driving when you first started? Or is this success due to like more work ethic and a lot of practice, or a combination of both?
I mean, it's a combination of both. I mean, I don't think of myself as the best driver in the world, but I mean, I have experience. I've been racing since I was 6, so
Yeah.
it's going about 11 years of racing now. We've put a lot of hard work into it. I mean, I'd go for on weekends, go to our local asphalt go-kart track when I was like 8, and I'd run 300 laps in that one day.
Oh,
And that was a lot of fun.
nice.
And I mean, I spent a lot of time on iRacing, and we've traveled a lot. We've done a lot. It's mainly seat time. Seat time is how you get good in the car because you
Sure.
are doing it.
Sure. Gaining experience, gaining confidence, and learning what to do in what situations at key moments.
You
Yeah.
won't have those situations unless you're actually in the car. Um, like it's just
Okay.
like any other sport. The more training you do,
Yeah.
the better you're gonna get at it.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Truly. Um, do you wear different racing suits each race, or you stick with the same suit?
Oh, we stick with the same suit. These suits are really expensive.
Yeah. How much
I
does the
mean,
suit go? How much does the racing suit like go for,
It,
ballpark?
it depends. The one that I have, it's a custom one
Hmm.
with patches on it, so it's a little bit more expensive. I mean, there's some that are cheaper. Just depends on the
Wow.
brand.
Yeah.
They can range from if it's a fire suit, I mean, all the way from 500 to 2,000, 2,500.
Wow.
So
Yeah. How does it feel to be NASCAR's industry drive for diabetes and diversity, being female, youth driver? How does it feel
uh,
to be the NASCAR's industry drive for diabetes diversity, being a female youth driver?
I'm actually not in the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program right now.
Okay.
I was there in 2019, and
Uh-huh.
that was the year that I did it. I did
Okay.
that youth program when I was 12.
Okay. But you gained some experiences from that, yeah?
Yes, I did. I gained a lot of experience. I learned a lot. Got a lot of knowledge from it as well. We were living in North Carolina for about 5 months. We ran in the Bojangles Summer Shootout at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We
Wow.
ran at County Speedway, Anderson,
That's
and
awesome.
it was a lot of cool. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Learned a lot from Rev Racing and
Mm-hmm.
in general.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. Um, do you have any favorite drivers in the sport, and why do you like them?
I would say, I mean, I don't really have a lot of favorite drivers. I mean, I like a lot of people.
Okay. Yeah.
For when it comes to Cup, I gotta say it. I'm going to be completely honest. I love Chris Buescher. I've met him when I was around 6, when I was at
Yeah.
Daytona, and
Nice.
always takes the time out of his day, no matter what, to just talk
Okay.
to me. He's a cool guy. I see him
Wonderful.
all the time when I go to the races. So
That's nice. Inspiration. Inspiration. Um, do you, for example, my company, my businesses, basically I sell hats, I have stickers, I have shirts, I have lemur blue cups, I have um, things of that sort. For my book, I wrote a book. I wrote a children's book about an endangered animal. My mom founded a nonprofit organization for an endangered animal, a lemur, and I wrote about a lemur that learns how to play tennis. I've been in tennis most of my life. on and off. And so ultimately with that story, it's really inspiring because it talks about, failure and then overcoming odds and then, dealing with the tough stuff and then overcoming it and then exceeding your expectations and becoming greater than you even expected that you would become. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we deal with in racing. With 10
Yeah.
years, we've gone through a lot. A lot of things have happened. So,
Sure. Do you do autograph sessions, or if not, is it something you'd like to start doing?
I mean, we haven't had an autograph like session yet, but I mean, I always go out into the stands. I take pictures with the kids.
Yeah.
We hand out pictures, give them T-shirts, merchandise.
That's
So these are kind of like our autograph sessions. It's just at the racetrack, go into the stands and see the kids and everyone there.
cool. You have a platform. Is there anything else that you want to share with the world, or any messages you want to spread, like the Drive for Diabetes Awareness, or any other messages that you want to share?
Basically just Drive for Diabetes Awareness. That's what I'm mainly focused on. Like the symptoms of diabetes, fruity breath, drowsiness, frequent urination, sudden weight loss, vision changes. Those are some of the most like important symptoms, most common as well. And
Okay.
you just prick your finger once, check your blood sugar, get A1C tests. You'll be able to know if you're pre-diabetic.
Okay.
That's one of the most important things. Remember to check, don't guess. It may not be the flu, and that knowledge is the power to help save lives.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. And I support that. I'll help you spread the message. I believe in that.
Oh yeah.
What are your top three races that you dream about racing in your future?
Oh my.
Mhm.
I want to run Bristol like a Bristol dirt race. That's awesome. I also want to run some sort of race in Europe. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. I just want to race in Europe. Like
Nice. Sounds
um
exciting.
yes, I want to. Something really cool would be a legend car on a road course in England. I've seen so many videos of that, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to do that. That's so cool.
Well,
And then another track that I want to race at, just Daytona 500. Always. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like everyone's like
Yeah.
highlight. If I were to Daytona 500 or like Bahrain in an F1 car, I don't know. I have high expectations. It might not happen. It might happen. You never know where we go in life.
Right. Right. Well, it's all you're the eye of the beholder, and what you believe in is what I think what we believe in, or what we put out into the universe is what we put into the universe. So I think if you believe in yourself enough and do the homework behind it, the training, the showing up, putting one foot in front of the other foot in front of the next best foot, I think, things will take care of yourself, take care of themselves. And also prayer. Don't forget about the power of prayer.
Oh,
Um, prayer has been so powerful for me, and it's like literally like made things happen that I feel like wouldn't have happened if I didn't pray for them. So don't be shy about that and asking for things. Nevertheless, how do you feel about the 2017 Inverness Grand Prix Award for sportsmanship?
So the 2017 Inverness Grand Prix Award was for Ambassador to Motorsports and Humanity. Um, and that one speaks a lot to me. That's one of my most prized awards, really, other than my NASCAR Youth Racer Award. And that one speaks a lot to me. That was awarded to me by the Villages Motor Racing Fan Club, and I'm also in their Hall of Fame. I was
Wow.
inducted when I was, let me think, was I 14 or 15? It was last year at the beginning of the year. So
That's an awesome feat. Congratulations.
thank you.
How did you feel about receiving a plaque from the Villages Motorsports Fan Club for your advocacy for diabetes awareness in motorsports, honoring Kuehl as an ambassador for motorsports and humanity? Is that what you were referring to as the other
Yeah,
one?
that's
Okay.
the one award that I have from them. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've been diagnosed with ADHD, depression, and bipolar. And so, like, what I've learned to help people in my situation, or might be in my situation, or experience some of the things that I've experienced in the past, is to, work a spiritual program. Try to get tools or do research of how you can get rid of a negative thought and change it into a positive thought. And something I truly believe in is the 12 step programs. I believe in the 12 step programs, and they can really help make a peaceful world if everyone practiced it. It's about helping humanity. helping humanity on a large scale. How do you feel about the combined for the NASCAR Drive Diversity Youth Development Program at age 12?
That
Um,
was that was a really cool experience.
yeah.
The combine, I was there in 2019. I was 12 years old. I was the youngest signed NASCAR driver at that time.
Wow. That's awesome.
And it
Yeah.
was really cool. I came like either I came second in my race against Isabella Robusto, and I was leading for a couple laps in the race as well. And it was my
Wow.
first time racing at GoPro Motorplex, which is now Trackhouse
Yeah.
Motorplex. I think they just changed over like yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, but it's such a cool track. It was such an amazing combine, seeing the NASCAR Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
and got to
That's
meet all the
awesome.
other drivers. It was such a cool experience.
That's so cool. How do you feel about the Youth Racer Award? You have a pretty good list of awards that you've won, and congratulations for all of them.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the Young Racer Award for the NASCAR Drive for Diversity Awards presented at the NASCAR Hall of Fame May 23rd, 2019?
That was really cool to get that award. I mean, Haley Deegan has that award. Some really amazing women in motorsports have it too, and just amazing people in general. But it's so cool to have the same award as I know that like Haley Deegan has, and she's running in trucks now, even Xfinity.
Yeah,
I really see that as one of my most prestigious awards that I've ever gotten, especially since it's from NASCAR themselves.
sure, sure. That's great recognition, and keep doing what you're doing, inspiring others. Keep on keeping on. How do you feel about the Alaska? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Iditarod, February
It's
20. How do you?
the uh the junior Iditarod.
Yeah, the Junior Iditarod, February 25th, 2023. 150 miles you guys did, and
Yeah,
never seen snow or temperatures under 30 degrees before.
yeah.
And I mean, wow, that must have been like a complete like surreal. Like, am I in a dream or what?
It was a lot. I had 38 days of training. Never
Yeah.
seen snow before until I got to Alaska.
Wow.
Experienced a lot while I was there. Was trained by Artie, who was a handler at Nick Petit's Team Petit's kennel, as
Yeah.
well as Kate Foster. They were a
Yeah.
big part of it as well. Learned from Nick. And it was a lot of hard work, a lot of effort put into it, but it was definitely worth it. Unfortunately, I didn't
Wow.
finish the race. I had some health issues while I was out on the trail, but I really bonded with the dogs, and I'll be back next year for that, definitely. And next year we're finishing it.
Nice. Nice. Excellent. And Alaska is a great state. I've never been there. I want to visit sometime. Um, I hear it's pretty cold over there.
Yeah, it is. In the summer, it actually gets really hot though. So
Really? That's
yeah.
cool. And what part of Alaska were you in exactly, or the various parts? You guys did some touring as well and traveling?
Yes,
That's
I
cool.
was in Big Lake, Alaska training. That's where the kennel is. But I mean, I was all the way from Anchorage to Fairbanks, which is in the interior of Alaska.
Yeah.
So that's a long, pretty big distance, and we spread all of our brochures and symptoms of diabetes while we were traveling as well. So it was really cool.
Wonderful. Wonderful. How did you feel about the Iditarod Blue Harness Award? Yeah?
Yes. So my dogs, that's not my award
Okay.
personally. That is my dog's award. So
Uh-huh. Nice.
Shuby, not Shuby Doo the puppy, but my other dog Shuby, who's Nick's dog, on A team. Nick let me use him. Shuby got that award as well as my other lead dog Bandsaw, because what happened in the race was I passed out on the sled,
Mm-hmm.
and I woke up, realized I wasn't where I was before. I got the dogs to turn around, and then we made it all the way back to Yetna. And this was after my 10-hour mandatory layover at the Yetna station.
Okay.
So I woke up, left Yetna, went about a mile and a half out, and next thing you know, I'm passing out.
Yeah.
So then I got them turned around, and the dogs, they brought me back. I was still dizzy and confused while I was on the way back. Sled tipped over right as I was going up the hill in the Yetna off the river, and
Mm-hmm.
I had the officials there to help get my dogs. But they got the award for basically the lead.
Nice.
Saved my
That's
life. You can
Yeah,
say that.
it's a beautiful story. And I'm sure you're not used to that frigid climate or the tundra, the frozen tundra um, atmosphere as much as the Alaskans, you know? So,
Yes, I actually wasn't cold though. I had some of probably the best gear out there to keep me warm. I had my sleeping bag was good for up to -40. I wasn't cold at all. It was mainly from dehydration from before the race. I should have been drinking more water because when you're cold, you need more water than when you are warm and sweating.
Sure, sure. Well, I'm glad you endured and made it through that experience and persevered, and are here, you know, telling your story today with this interview. And I assume you do a lot of interviews. I saw that you did something even on the news recently. What was that?
That was with Fox 13. I went into their studio and we had a live interview talking about my race from the.
Nice. Cool. Just a few more questions. How did you feel about the NASCAR All-Star Race, Atlanta Motor Speedway, fifth place finish of all four classes, 80 drivers, pros, semi-pros, young lions, and masters, 20 in each class, try to qualify in the top five and go to the All-Star race. Lacy,
Yeah.
you're a semi-pro.
Yes, I am a semi-pro in the legend car division.
Nice.
So what happens in the all-star race is you have all four divisions. They have their own qualifier race, and top five from that race make it into the all-star race, and then the top five classes race against each other. So I did not have a good qualifier in semi-pro whatsoever. I qualified really badly. So when I finished fourth in the qualifier race, I started 17th in the all-star race because it went off that time. So halfway through the race, I was involved in a wreck. I was trying to avoid it. I ended up getting caught in it. And so I pulled off the track. One of the Rev Racing guys, Justin Campbell, saved my butt.
Justin.
Justin's awesome.
Yeah.
He's with the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program, and I was like, all right, I see him, I know him. I stopped my car and I yelled at him, and I told him to rip my fender off and my stuff off. I couldn't continue the race if I still had it on there.
Yes.
So he ended up ripping it off, and I go out again. I went from 20th to 5th with like 15 laps to go, and I made my way through the field. It was really cool. I did really well that race. That's probably one of the best races I've ran in my life, with just everything that happened with the wreck and passing people. But yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm getting like goosebumps right now.
Yes, especially after the adversity. I went at round 1 of the Thursday at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I lost brakes and was involved in a wreck, and I had issues for 7 rounds. Basically, I had a vibration in my car, and we were trying to fix that the whole entire time we were there. And we got it fixed, and then we were fast again. So
nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One thing I want to point out is that Lacy Kuehl, you're a true warrior. You're a true warrior at what you do. Let me look in the camera. Lacy Kuehl, you're a true warrior, and you're a true warrior at what you do, and your father as well. I respect you and him very much, and what you guys do. And I want to see you guys exceed and reach the levels that you want to reach. And I'll do what I can in my capacity to help spread awareness that as well. Absolutely. Bull riding. Yes. How did you feel about the Marion bull riding of the bull ring on dirt? Was that bull riding?
No, that was a race car. I don't bull ride. It's the Marion County Speedway. They call it the bull ring, because of how small the track is. But it was my first ever legend car dirt race. I almost won the race, but unfortunately a caution came out on the last lap while I was moving the kid in turn 1 and 2. Which I almost won the first ever dirt race I was on, but I finished second. I'll just have to go out next month on the 20th at East Bay Raceway Park and go win the race.
There you go. Yeah. That's all there is to it. Question. Do you have a favorite superhero, actor or actress that you love most?
I do not actually. I don't really have a lot of time to watch movies. I mean, my favorite movie I would say is probably Talladega Nights with Ricky Bobby. That's my favorite movie of all time. No one can beat that. It's iconic.
Okay, and last few questions. How do you feel about diabetes awareness? I know you put your heart in it and your soul. And what do you envision? Where do you foresee it in 5 to 20 to 10 years from now?
Basically, I feel like I can't really explain where we're gonna be in 5 to 10 to 20 years because there's so many ways that my career can go. My career can end, it can go
Sure.
somewhere else, someone else can take over Drive for Diabetes. You never know what can happen.
Sure.
There's so many possible outcomes with Drive for Diabetes awareness. I just know that in 10 to 20 years, I mean, we've made it as far as we have in 10 years. We double that. If we go all the way worldwide, that'd be great. But I mean,
Yeah.
I can't tell you where it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see
Mm-hmm.
it worldwide though, because everyone needs to know the symptoms of diabetes and what we do.
Yeah. Behold the power of prayer. Um, okay, so do you have any other messages you want to share for the world or anybody or
I just,
fans?
I mean,
Sorry.
I just say, keep doing what you're doing, work hard, go for your passion, do what you want to do in life, and you'll succeed no matter how long it takes. If you put your hard work into it, it's taken us what 11 years, and
Yeah.
here we are. It did not start out that way, and it's been really hard, but we're persevering and we're going through it.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, I'm sure you're inspiring. Do you have anything to say to young girls who want to be race car drivers? Yeah, looking up
For
to you?
for anyone that wants to be a race car driver,
Yeah.
I mean, just go for it. That's all you got to do. If you really want it, you'll figure a way out and how to do it, no
Find
matter
a
what you
niche.
do.
For sure. For sure. Okay, Lacy. So definitely keep strong and keep driving on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
All right.
having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for the time and have a great evening.
Thank you. You too. Well,
Sure.
thank you for having me, Kip. It was
You're
awesome.
welcome. Yeah, absolutely. It's cool stuff. And so, if you want to touch base, your dad and I will connect in the future. And if we want to try and collaborate on a project or something down the line, I'm open to it
Oh
because
yeah,
I'm always to
100%.
networking for people in different industries. I think that's what a smart man does. I'm a small business, so I'm just beginning. So,
Yeah.
I'm learning myself as I go along. All right. Take care. Have a great evening. Have a great
Take
week.
care.
Stay blessed, everybody. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Bye bye.